My dear trader, take a deep breath. The fact that you pressed play on this audiobook tells me something important about you. You want control over your life. You want freedom. You want choices. You want to build a financial engine that doesn't come from luck or miracles, but from skill. And that alone makes you different from the world around you. Most people your age, 20, 22, 25, even 30, they're still guessing, still scrolling, still hoping. But you're here, trying to understand something most traders ignore their entire careers. Position sizing. The anchor of every real scalper. The most underrated skill in trading. The rule that separates the emotional gambler from the consistent trader. The 1% rule. This audiobook is not just about money management. It's about identity, who you become when you learn to respect your capital more than your impulses. Over the next hour, you're going to learn why the 1% rule protects beginners better than any indicator. How small size creates big confidence. Why traders blow accounts even when they predict direction correctly. How discipline grows when your loss is always affordable. How to stay in the game long enough to become dangerous. Why position sizing is more important than strategy. And how to mentally become a calm, structured, sharp scalper. You're not just going to understand the 1% rule. You're going to feel it. Because this rule will become your anchor, the thing that keeps you steady when the market becomes a storm. Let's begin. Why most beginners lose even when they are right. Every new trader has experienced this moment. You pick the correct direction. Gold is going exactly where you said it would go. You're excited. Your prediction is correct. Your analysis is sharp. You're thinking, this is it. I finally understand the market. But then something happens. A small pullback. A tiny retest. A candle that doesn't obey your plan. And suddenly, the loss is bigger than your account can emotionally handle. You close early. You panic. You revenge trade. You increase the lot size. And the account bleeds. You didn't lose because of your strategy. You lost because of your size. This is the trap 95% of new traders fall into. Not because they are stupid. Not because they lack intelligence. But because nobody ever taught them the truth. You can be right about direction and still lose money if your size is wrong. Scalping is fast. The market moves aggressively. Gold especially, gold is a wild animal. If your position size is too big, you don't have space to breathe, to let the market retest, to let the candle form its structure. Beginners blow accounts not because the market is hard, but because they enter with ego, not structure. Ask yourself, how many times did you lose because you entered with too much? How many times did you say just this one trade and doubled your lot size? How many times did one small mistake destroy an entire week of progress? This is why the 1% rule exists. It protects you from you. What the 1% rule really means. Let me break it down in the simplest possible way. Never risk more than 1% of your account balance on a single trade. That's it. Simple. Clean. Powerful. If your account is $100, you only risk $1. If it's $500, you risk $5. If it's $2,000, you risk $20. But here's the deeper meaning. This rule forces you to reduce your lot size. Respect your stop loss. Trade like a strategist instead of a gambler. Build emotional stability. Stay in the game long enough to learn. Because when the risk is small, you think clearly. You breathe. You observe. You don't panic when the market retraces. You don't cry when you get stopped out. You don't blow the account because of one emotional mistake. The 1% rule is not just a money rule. It is a psychological shield. For beginners aged 20 to 30, this rule is especially powerful because your emotions are strong, your ambitions are high, and your patience is still developing. The 1% rule slows your mind down. It gives you structure. It builds discipline from the ground up. The emotional science behind small size. Your brain reacts to money. Your heart reacts to loss. Your ego reacts to pressure. When your lot size is too big, your brain activates survival mode. Your mind loses its ability to think logically. You are trading while emotionally drowning. But when you follow the 1% rule, something magical happens. Your brain stays calm. Your heart stays steady. Your ego stays quiet. You no longer fight the market, you observe it. You no longer chase, you wait. You no longer force entries, you execute only when the structure is clean. This is the emotional power of small size. It creates the mental freedom needed to develop real skill. Before you become a trader, you must become a risk manager. This is where most beginners get it wrong. They think trading is about predicting the market. They think it's about calling tops and bottoms. They think it's about finding the perfect entry. But here's the truth. A real scalper doesn't wake up thinking, how much can I make today? A real scalper wakes up thinking, how much am I allowed to lose today? This is the difference between the 90% who blow accounts and the 10% who grow slowly, consistently, and safely. When you think like a risk manager, you stop fighting the market. You stop forcing trades. You stop chasing moves you already missed. You start protecting your capital first. You understand that survival is the foundation of success. You are no longer here to gamble. You are here to build a skill that will serve you for years. And that shift, that single psychological shift, is the beginning of maturity as a trader. Because when you protect your account will protect you. How to calculate 1% risk properly. Let's get practical. Because the 1% rule is powerful only when you apply it properly. Let's break it into 3 simple steps. Step 1, know your account balance. Everything starts here. If you have $250, $500, $1,000, no matter the number, your risk must stay consistent. Step 2, calculate 1% of that account. Easy math. 1% equals your account times 0.01. Examples. $250 risk $2.50. $500 risk $5. $1,000 risk $10. And if your account size is $5,000, then risk $50 only. This is the maximum money you are allowed to lose in a single trade. Now you must convert that number into lot size. This is where beginners struggle. But it becomes simple once you understand the logic. Your stop loss decides your lot size. Lot size formula you can find in the description below. Don't forget to check it out at the end of this lesson. Let's move on. When your dreams are big, your ego wants to trade big lot sizes and win big money. But the structure says your size must be a micro lot 0.01. And trust me, that tiny lot size is exactly what protects your account when you're still learning. Why beginners lose here? Because they do the opposite. They choose lot size first and stop loss later. That is a death sentence. Your stop loss should decide your size, not your emotions. When you follow this calculation, you become different. You become disciplined. You become protected. And that makes you powerful. Overconfidence is the silent killer of beginners. You'll experience this moment. You take a winning streak. Maybe 3 wins in a row. Maybe 5. Maybe your first perfect day in trading. Your confidence rises. Your ego wakes up. You begin to think, I'm getting better. I think I understand the market now. I can increase the lot size just a little. And that is how accounts die. Not because of bad analysis. Not because of indicators. But because you believe the market was your friend. In trading, the moment you feel invincible, the market will remind you that you are not. Overconfidence creates these mistakes. Increasing lot size too early. Taking trades without confirmation. Ignoring the stop loss. Moving stop loss hoping the market comes back. Adding positions in a losing trade. Trading at emotional moments like news spikes. When you break the 1% rule, you are sending one message to the market: I'm not ready. But when you respect your risk, even after a winning day, even after a winning week, even when your confidence is high, you're sending a different message. I don't gamble. I grow. And that message will change your future. How the 1% rule makes you a professional. Professional traders don't win because they know the future. They win because they control their exposure. Most beginners think pros are special. They think pros have secret indicators. They think pros know something others don't. But the real secret is simple. Professionals control their losses, while beginners control their dreams. When you apply the 1% rule, your losses stay small. Your wins slowly become bigger. Your emotional reactions reduce. Your confidence grows naturally. Your account stops bleeding. Your learning accelerates. Your lifespan in the market increases. Professionals stay alive. Beginners blow up. The trader who risks 1% per trade can survive bad weeks, bad days, bad moments, and bad psychology. The trader who risks too much cracks under pressure. Every time you follow this rule, you are taking one step closer to the professional version of yourself. The version that trades with clarity, discipline, and calmness. This is how legends are built. This is how traders mature. This is how freedom begins. Here's a truth most beginners don't want to hear. Your breakthrough will come from small wins, not big profits. The problem is, social media has lied to you. You see screenshots of $500 in minutes, $1,000 in a day, $10,000 flips. But no one shows you the blown accounts behind those victories. The 1% rule is not designed for fast growth. It's designed for consistent growth. The type of growth that doesn't collapse under pressure. The type that builds discipline. The type that turns you into a trader, not a gambler. Here's what small wins give you. Emotional stability, you don't panic when price moves. Confidence, you know your losses are tiny. Momentum, your account grows slowly, steadily. Longevity, you stay in the market long enough to learn. Real skill, you focus on strategy, not gambling. The beginner who risks small and wins small usually lasts long enough to become dangerous. The beginner who risks big and wins big lasts long enough to blow the account. You do not need a big profit to feel powerful. You need control. Consistency is not sexy, but it is the foundation of every real trader's success. One tiny, disciplined win teaches you more than 10 lucky profits without structure. The market rewards discipline, always. Beginners ask this question more than anything else. When can I increase my lot size? The answer is simple. Increase your lot size only when your account increases, not when your emotions want more. This is the growth formula professionals use. The 20% rule. Every time your account grows by 20%, you earn the right to slightly increase your lot size. Not before. Not because you're excited. Not because you had a winning streak. Not because you feel ready. Only when the math says you're ready. Example. Account starting, $500. 20% growth target, $600. Once you reach $600, you can increase lot size slightly. Increase slowly. 0.01 into 0.02, then 3, 4, 5 slowly. Safe. Controlled. Mathematically justified. Never jump from one micro lot one whole lot. Never increase lot size because today feels good. Never break structure because of excitement. Your lot size is your weapon. Your weapon must be earned. If you want to transform your trading, if you want to stop losing your hard-earned money, if you want to become a calm, confident scalper, then take this challenge seriously. For the next 90 days, risk only 1% per trade. Respect every stop loss. Enter only on clean structure. No overtrading. No increasing lots because of excitement. No revenge trades. No adding to losing positions. Review every single trade at the end of the day. Do this for 90 days. And you will not recognize yourself. In 90 days, your emotions will calm down. Your confidence will rise. Your discipline will become automatic. Your account will stop bleeding. Your entries will improve. Your patience will strengthen. Your trading identity will change. You'll become someone you didn't know you could become. A trader with control. A trader who doesn't panic. A trader who isn't here to gamble. A trader who grows quietly, slowly, and powerfully. The 90-day challenge is not about money. It's about transformation. It's about changing who you are inside the market. You can conquer this challenge. If you commit, then come back and thank me. Subscribe if you want to become financially free. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a version of yourself 6 months from now. Not the stressed version. Not the frustrated version. Not the blow account, deposit again version. But the calm, structured, focused version. The version who respects the 1% rule. The version who doesn't chase. The version who doesn't panic. The version who trades clean setups with clean risk. Can you see him? Can you feel him? He's not louder than you. Not smarter than you. Not luckier than you. He's simply more disciplined than you are today. And discipline is something you build, not something you're born with. Trading is not just charts. It's not just entries. It's not just indicators. Trading is a mirror. It reflects who you are. It shows your strengths. And it exposes your weaknesses. But the moment you adopt the 1% rule, the moment you make risk management your anchor, you start changing the reflection. You start becoming the person who wins by thinking differently. You stop being controlled by the market. And you start controlling yourself. Your future as a scalper is not built on big profits. It is built on small, protected losses. And steady, discipline wins. And when that becomes your identity, you're unstoppable. This is your journey now. This is your transformation. This is the moment you decide to be a trader with control. You didn't blow your account because you're a bad trader. You blew it because no one taught you the rule that protects beginners. Today, that changes forever. Inside you.